Even as Aaron lights it, the probably few errant purple spores that have blown your way, they just they may move away, just float away for the air direction, but it's not you.
Huh.
Told you they didn't like it.
It's like if you've ever put washing up liquid in like a pan of grease.
Well, there we go. Stay close.
Hippos
Yeah,
climbs
yeah.
onto Rusty.
Okay.
You
Cozy.
said close.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. And Aaron will trudge into the terrible, terrible forest.
Thanks to the torch, you'll not have to make will saves as you enter closer to the exit.
Whoop whoop. That being said, as we're going along, Hippos will sort of lean off Rusty, snack up a mushroom, and munch.
Okay, give me a second.
He will do
What
a
are you
quick.
doing? Oh God!
He will like as he's snatching it up. He will do a quick nature check to see if he recognizes it as poisonous. But if he's unsure or he thinks it's okay, he just munch. He's like, Hippos hungry.
Hippos picks up something that, on the surface, you'd think is just a plain ink cap. He doesn't think it's toxic or poisonous or anything, and munch.
Munch.
There's not much of a texture to it, but it's got a very strong smoky flavour. Like smoky pork, but without the pork.
Oh, smoky pork mushroom. Hippos get more of these.
Why are you just eating random mushrooms? This is how people get sick.
It's
Underrated pimp.
fine. It's fine. Hippos eat mushroom all the time. Nothing bad happened.
I don't think the mushroom he's eating is poisonous.
I have no idea. He's not called for me to roll a will save. Oh, a fort save, so...
Nope, I'm PMing you something. I just need to make sure that it's written out properly.
Oh, and I don't know how effective this torch is being, but I guess I can do this just to add a little bit of extra. Erin will go into one of her pouches, rummage around, pull out a candle, 2, 3 candles, and light them on the torch and hand them to the people who are not on rust. It's not a lot of fire, but it's something.
Yeah, Bernie sticks. Okay. Hippos seems more or less unfazed by the strange mushroom he's eaten. It's just his tasty mushroom. He sort of, whenever he spots the same looking one, he snatches another one and munches.
Oh lord.
What? It's tasty. It's smoky bacon flavour, so it's really tasty.
It was like smoky bacon, but without the bacon.
Yeah. It's vegan bacon.
Sure. I mean, technically, yes.
It's bacon.
Yes. So it's tasty, he's hungry, and he's not immediately throwing up from it, so, it's fine. Munch.
Right, I'm gonna let you enjoy that.
Clearly it's the superior kobold fortitude that's keeping him alive.
Clearly.
I mean, I do have kobold confidence now. He does use charisma for his fort saves.
That's beautiful.
Keep us strong.
And moving forward, are we good to
You're
continue
good to
on?
go?
Yeah,
Someone wants to do something.
let's go before Ippos finds a mushroom that does kill him.
I feed a bit of the mushroom to the scorpion. I just stick it in the jar for him.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure if you do it with your fingers.
No, it's literally I open the jar, toss in a little bit of mushroom, and close the jar again.
1, 2.
Poke holes in the top for it to breathe.
As you move properly into that tower, one of you manages to spot in the distance underneath what appears to be like sheltering under a large stalagmite. Pointing up one. There's a campsite.
Oh.
We would have
Nifty.
noticed that when we were in the other tile.
Yeah, as you move into this one properly.
Do we want to go see? Is we close to exit? Could we have a quick look and then swing round and leave?
I guess if it's a campsite, that it should have some more firewood, and we could use that.
Yes. Oh, trusty steed. We're sort of patting Rusty's side.
One of the panels comes off, and Aaron scrambles and puts it back on. Like one of the side panels swings open.
Ipos looks very tempted to go rummaging in it, but he doesn't. It's a curiosity. Do we go up to the campsite?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still just lagging for me on my screen. But sure, you can head up to the campsite fairly easily. The campsite is, as far as you can tell, approaching it, seems abandoned. There's no more. You think you can see where there was tents, and also like in the stone. For those of you who are perhaps a bit more trained in survival, light footsteps. But other than that, all that's really remains is a few rock formations where it looks like they maybe dragged it over to sit on. There's the remnants of a campfire and some discarded trash.
Well, it's a campsite.
Tori,
Yes.
can Ash give me a
Mhm.
perception check?
Sure. No.
Wow.
Unless Frizz Melody can also, because you did call for me.
I'm afraid it's Ash in particular.
Okay, well, that's just
Bluebell could, however.
sure. Go Gadget Bluebell.
What's a familiar good for? Ash, you notice as the
Absolutely
others are.
nothing.
God damn it. But as the others are searching, we're probably just poking, like, I don't know, probably an empty ration or what, pouch or whatever. Bluebell's snurfing around the spire. Something that appears to have caught their attention.
Yeah, Ash is gonna go investigate it.
Which is when Ash can finally notice, oh, that's what's caught Bluebell's attention. There's runes along the base of the spire.
What kind of runes?
As you give me a knowledge arcana.
Yes, just pulling that up. Aha!
Haha.
I see, says the blind man, woman, no one's still quite sure.
Well, there's a very particular reason that these will be of interest to Bluebell, considering we share your skill ranks, is that this appears to have been a ward.
What kind?
I'll PM you it now. As you can, well, assuming you're willing to spend probably a minute or two to copy it down, it's fairly easy to do so. Actually, that reminds me, you've travelled for 2 hours, People make me fort saves.
Ah, he remembered.
Oh boy. I've already failed too, so let's see how bad this gets.
Oh, I failed. Considering
I definitely failed.
considering I have a
Oh,
-2
gosh.
on that as well, I definitely failed.
I feel good.
Of course you do. You're going around
Bluebell
eating the
failed.
spores and you're fine.
Yep, that one nat 20 drained the entire well of luck I had for today. It's all over for me, folks.
Let's see. Yep, Apples, you failed. Aaron, you're fine. Ash failed. Wolf, you're fine. Bluebell failed. And Prismality failed.
It's the first time he failed. Ipos will be fine. He has that confidence.
You're not wrong. Everyone who reaches 1, you're fine for now. Does anyone reach 2? I don't believe so.
Ash.
Ash would be
Ash is
3.
on 3.
Oh.
Which I did not take that. Let's see, Blue was on 1, Prismatics on 1. Ash, you've been down here a while, and yeah, before there was that kind of tightness in your chest, there was just the kind of general fatigue around all your limbs. Now your vision's just getting kind of blurry. It feels just like there's like multitudes and multitudes of shapes out in the distance that you can't quite see.
I'm going insane.
Maybe a little.
Pardon?
Ash, you take 1d2 wisdom damage.
I'm either high, crazy, or both.
Yes.
I swear I see something in the spores. Not in the spores are something.
Well,
Moving
apparently they're not good
like
for
an
you,
animal.
so...
Or
But-
maybe a person. Can't tell.
Well, I'm not entirely sure I want to find out, as there's a giant fucking centipede out there still.
As every so often in the distance, you just hear a distant crash.
So, I mean, I don't know what you found there, but you ready to go?
Go where?
Out.
Right.
Oh my god. Okay. Dude, you're... I mean, normally you have fairly large, sparkly eyes. Your eyes are very large and sparkly, and your pupils are quite large right now. Yeah, we should get you out of here,
He looked like old
Ash-
Shaman when he go Cocoa Bananas.
man.
Do we have any rope?
Yes,
Could we have Rusty hold on to the rope
sure.
and I hold on to the other end? It's a bit hard to see.
Okay, yeah. Aaron pulls out a bit of rope, puts it in Rusty's mouth, who just holds it, and then
Ash is
gives
just
that.
gonna hold on to the other end of the rope. Make
Let's
sure
go.
they're staying in the right direction.
But you have enough of your movement left that you could head towards the exit.
2, 3, 4.
Now, unfortunately, the axolotl people didn't give you much details on what the exit was, other than it's pretty much, oh, it's a stairway down.
Well, look around.
Well, thankfully, it's not entirely too hard to find, because as you start heading deeper, you see the purple fungus starts to get heavier, to the point where it's almost like standing next to a curtain while you're holding up your makeshift torches.
Jeez.
Until you reach a point where it starts to get lighter again. As you make your way further to the back wall. Give me a second, I have a map for you. Let me just check if I actually set up the line of sight stuff. I should have, but I forgot it for the last one, so you never know. Yeah, I do have it set up.
I just realized this new ward I have would make an excellent basis for the sound dampening ward.
The what?
Nothing, I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay.
Just going crazy.
Add that to the list of symptoms.
Yes, old Shaman used to do that too. Then his head popped.
What?
What?
Okay.
It's fine. It only little pop. He's fine now. Or was fine.
Oh, okay. I was
Not
visualizing
seen him in a
something
while.
else. I had a completely different image of what happened in my head.
You silly.
I was thinking he suddenly got a splitting headache, and then out his ears, mushrooms started growing, and then out the top of his head, and his brain came out. It was awful.
Partly true.
Oh,
There was mushrooms.
but it didn't grow and split open his head.
If boss think you're better off not knowing.
Right.
Jesus.
Just gonna go ahead and sense motive Epos, because I'm pretty sure he's just fucking with Aaron.
Oh,
If also
your
know
sense
those
motive.
characters, I always go, it's like, was he evil?
If boss is not evil, come on, how is that evil?
No, it's more thinking about other times where it's like, oh yes, I made them dance. He zap.
That's slightly more evil, I'll give you that one. But this was not evil. As for your sense motive, Ash thinks Ipos may be elaborating a little bit, maybe stretching the truth a little bit, but he's not full out lying.
Ash just narrows their eyes at Ipos and goes, I think it's fine, Aaron. Ipos seems like he's kind of messing with you.
That's
No,
fine.
it true. It whole mostly true. What? Oh, is that how tall the cliff is there? Where it
Yes.
says 30 foot, right?
Because
Why
I'm
is
gonna
there
tell
a
you
random
now,
30 foot on there?
that's the reason. There is more up here. It's just that you can only kind of see the lip.
Right.
I had to switch over to a different browser because
Google
Mm.
Chrome.
back.
Be munching
Are we free to move?
in a second,
Right.
because I have a bit of description here.
Aha.
As you start to get closer to the back wall and the spores lighten up, you think you're in the area where the axolotl said there was the way down, but you see some other things. Namely, you think you see the fungus which is producing the spores. As if you look pretty much straight down, there's these large glowing purple fungi that extend out of the walls. Every so often, a stray breeze just rolls over them, and off of them come these light purple spores. Epos,
Huh.
a part of yourself kind of speaks to you. That part that's kind of like, they fuck with me a lot, ironically. You don't think this wind is natural.
Someone here messing, maybe dungeon messing. It make wind, it blows spores about, it cause problem things. Makes sense, kinda. I mean, we far underground, not much place for wind to come from. Hello, anyone there?
Is Epos shouting?
Yes.
In the distance, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say he suspects there's someone here, either a person or a spirit here causing this, so he's sort of calling out, trying to get their attention, talk to them.
Well, Epos thinks he's gotten something's attention. In the kind of in areas where you can't see up these ledges, you hear skittering as rocks fall.
Is it the same sort of skittering as the giant scorpions?
No, a lot less legs,
A lot less legs.
presumably. There's a lot less clack, 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 and more like someone accidentally knocked something off a table.
Right. Which direction does that seem to come from?
Up here.
Ah, so over that way. Epos is going that way.
Wait, what?
There's someone this way.
Also, before you move that way, Erin has an aura, I think. You can see
Yes,
that, right?
yes, she does.
Yeah.
That is the space in which the spores are not, as there is some level of spores here.
We go this way. There's someone this way.
But that way looks like the exit.
Yes, but there's someone this way.
Fine.
We can always run for exit if bad thing.
Sure, alright.
Technically.
Hello? Anyone there? We friend? We have food?
Scattering gets louder as you head this way.
Can I tell perhaps what sort of, like... Stop stepping on my wolf! Like, does it sound like, booted feet skittering? Or, like, barefoot, lizard foot? How
can give you this
many legs?
It definitely sounds familiar in the sense that you think it's clawed feet.
Clawed feet.
Can
We
each of you
fucking
roll me a perception
troglodytes.
Perception checks.
as you get very close to the edge of the cliff?
I was planning on climbing up, but I needed to know how easy it was to climb first.
Dude, Aaron, what the fuck?
We're thankful a lot of handholds.
Are we talking DC 10 or what?
Probably a little bit more difficult than DC 10.
Damn it. I have a -1 climb.
So you get for not having any strength. Wolf. As the others are kind of looking up this way, you just kind of casually glance to the side and if you look up here,
I see a little thing. What is that? What the hell is that?
I see a thing. Wolf points.
it's like as you all turn to look, it scutters back. In the moment that you can see it, it's a very gaunt looking humanoid. It appears to have
I don't know what it is, do I?
I believe this would be what are monstrous humanoids?
Monstrous humanoid at nature.
Yeah, it'd be a nature.
Nature? Oh, my nature bad.
Ironically.
I don't think Epos gets nature sense, so understandable.
I think that's overwritten. I shall check, but I think it's overwritten. Yes, it's replaced.
Understandable then. Wolf gets the kind of like thought, it looks kind of human, but it's definitely like not human, obviously. Humans don't have massive bulbous eyes, pointy ears, and what looks like this claws in their hands as the thing scutters back into the darkness.
Okay, that was creepy. Do we have to say hi?
Epos is already saying hi. He's sort of run up to the edge of the torchlight. He's waving at where the creature was. He's like, "Oh, hello, friend. It's okay. We friend. We have food. What you doing here?" And he's like noticing that the creature's like gaunt and stuff. He'll pull out like some of the spare mushrooms he'd picked along the way, set them down like just outside the bubble zone and then back off a bit. Like, yeah, come get food. It's okay. Be friends. All friend.
As you leave the offering out, there's just wherever was kind of like what sounded like the sound of a lot of people moving, scuttering about. Maybe everything just kind of goes quiet for a second.
Epos waits.
Roll me diplomacy.
Diplomacy I can do, hopefully. 23. Epos can diplomatize, yo. I get a bonus on this as well. I'm guessing this isn't like wild empathy, so I probably don't get a bonus.
Unfortunately, no.
Sigh. Still 23's not bad.
A figure walks up to the cliff's edge. Less gaunt looking than the other one. They look a lot more healthy, is probably a better way to say it. They hold a length of pipe, which at the end there appears to be a glittering gem. They even have, well, what looks like probably stolen clothes. Just a pair of shorts from somewhere. As it stares down at you.
Oh, hello. I was talking to your friend over there and he points at where the gold one was. But hello, your friend too. What you doing here?
It clacks at you, his mouth moving in ways you're not even sure yours can. Does anyone here speak Undercommon?
I want to say Rose did, but I cannot guarantee anything. And that might just
you know
be
how
because...
much Rose likes her polyglots.
Exactly.
Was it Goblin?
Undercommon.
Undercommon.
Oh.
I mean, could,
No, I don't have that.
could Alana speak that? She is still here.
Let me check.
Or Silas, they are both here. They could just run translations.
I'm very certain Silas does not know Undercommon.
I don't know what the hell shady things he has going on.
Alana does not speak Undercommon.
Damn.
Silas also does not speak Undercommon. Aaron? Do you know what I'm going to tell you?
Hmm?
I was meant to be a guess thing. But your
Duck?
+4... No. Your +4 bonus kicks in, as with the aid of your Wayfinder, out of the corner of your eye, you just see the bead move towards the figure. You notice it. In the corners of her eyes and their gums, there's just a slight little pinpricks of purple.
Aaron's gonna sleight of hand and ready in action.
Okay then, what are you readying?
Huck a bomb at his face if he starts saying words that sound like spells.
Okay then. It continues to clack at you more, slowly just kind of ramping up.
Could I attempt either a linguistics or sense motive to try and work out what like the gist of what he is saying?
What languages do you have? But yeah, you can roll me a sense motive.
Oh, I would have preferred linguistics, but okay. Hey, don't take control of my sheet when I'm trying to roll
sorry,
stuff.
I forget it does that. But I was looking to see if you had anything that would be kind of like you could draw a connection off of. Hey.
Wow, okay. You go, Ipos. No, I have Common, Draconic, Sylvan, Druidic. I'm thinking I might be able to use Sylvan, maybe, considering those phase shenanigans going on, but yeah, that's a stretch.
But Ipos gets the sense that this figure is kind like with the way that it's like holding its staff and how it's gesturing, you get the feeling that it's kind of like telling you to buzz off.
Oh, you don't want us here, do you? Why? We come as friends. We talk and do good stuff and share food. And do you understand what I say? And he'll sort of cycle through his languages, repeating the same sort of stuff. See if there's any sort of recognition in this thing's eyes.
Let's see. I'm afraid not.
Aww. Oh, you keep Mushroom. Gesturing to the one he left on the ground, and he'll back away. But yeah, he no want us here. It's sad. I no understand what he say, he no understand me, but he no want us.
I think we've overstayed our welcome. Here we go.
What was
Hello?
it?
Sorry.
What was that sideline? You're very quiet.
Oh, sorry. Alright, I think we've overstayed our welcome. I think it's time to...
Yes, that what I say. Go.
Okay.
As you start to move down, the figure raises its voice and like bangs its staff against the ground.
Oh, you don't want us go this way? I mean, sort of pointing south.
It shakes its staff at you again.
Oh, it no want us go this way. Maybe go up again and round. Go down other side. Where it no see.
Sure.
As it watches you go up it, calms down a bit.
Yes. See, it much happier now. It no want us go near that bit.
Bluebell, come here.
Yes, Bluebell, stop being naughty. Keep with the group. Of course, this will put us down quite close to those spore plants.
Yes, I'm aware.
And it might see torch down there, so maybe put out torch.
We are not extinguishing the torch.
And then run.
Okay. Now
Maybe?
that we're around this corner, I will say, that thing, like I said earlier in this cave trip, has mushrooms growing out of its face and other orifices. Do not breathe the spores, no matter what.
Yes. But it probably see us when we come past this edge, and it probably not be happy
Yes, I'm aware.
if we still have torch on.
We don't have any other option. I mean, unless you guys want to like plug your ear. Okay, actually, here I got a plan. Okay, Erin takes first, lowers her goggles, puts her filter mask up over her face more, then takes one of the candles that was lit, and cuts off a small bit of cloth, and dips it in the hot wax of the candle, balls it up into a little bead, waits for it to cool down, and sticks it in her ears. I need you all to like do the same. Cover all of your orifices, your mouth, eyes, ears. You're gonna have to trust me on this one.
Ipos just shrugs and starts stuffing orifices.
I hate
What?
it's the word choice.
Before you guys get your ears, remember to also plug your nose once you're all complete, because you need to hold your breath. And I'm going to pass you all part of the rope that Ash has been holding on to, and it'll all be attached to Rusty. I need you to hold on.
Okay.
I don't want to lose you, but we are going to extinguish the torch.
Right.
No.
Go on.
We really shouldn't, mind what anything hostile to us in this dungeon has to say.
Are you saying we should just get into a fight and deal with the fact that we have to stay within a certain distance of me, and then also get, I don't know, blown up by magic? I mean, one of the first lessons we learned in fighting school is if you're fighting a mage, don't group.
No, I'm saying we just run over to the exit as a group.
And that's what I mean. We have to plug everything up. And if we don't have the torch on, then
I'm saying we just stay close together as a group and just run over there with the torch. If you want to plug up all your horses and just run faster, then just give me the torch.
Ipos not want to fight people here. We come into their home and they just want us gone, but don't want us going that way, so why we have to...
They're just monsters created by the dungeon Ippos. Why do you care?
You just person created by parents. What difference?
The fact that I can leave this place and still exist.
Eh,
The fact that I could go to another plane of existence and still exist.
that very debatable.
The fact that I doubt they even have souls.
What
is
proof
having a
you
soul
have,
a
soul?
quandary? All right.
Oh, I
This is a
very much have a
very
soul.
intriguing question. One that I feel like we should be discussing after the predicament has passed. Ash, here's a torch.
Thank you.
Anyone who wants to go with my plan, get ready.
Airboss gets ready.
Can I have torch?
I don't have another torch.
Oh.
You're welcome to stay with Ash. I mean, that's a plan. But yeah, I'm gonna turn off my aura now.
So Ash now has an aura.
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Da-da-da. And everyone can see Ash's aura.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay, Ipos.
Airboss just starts riding Rusty again. He's assuming we're going to book it.
Mm-hmm.
It's safer than just clinging to a rope.
Alright, I wish you luck. Aaron puts the other bead in her ear.
Oily.
Yeah, it's not great.
Airboss has also suitably plugged holes and stuck a pouch over his snout. He's trying to not eat the dice that are inside. Zoom.
Okay. When this happens,
That's one move.
Yeah. you can take your other move. But as I'm going to, let me just. Turns out, Vershaman maybe not be as much of an idiot potentially as he kind of watches as you run the other way.
I mean, I'm
And lets out a shriek.
hoping the lighting was poor enough to, not see us just booking it past.
Unfortunately, it's pretty much constantly lit up here or down here. So
I did not realise that.
Yeah, that was mentioned last time, though. I doubt if anyone remembers.
I did not remember, and with all the talk of torches, I assumed it was also at least dim light.
No.
Force.
People have been loud as fuck outside. I'll close my window.
In that case, we could have just kept the torch lit and booked it.
Technically true.
I was going off the theory that if Rusty was going top speed, it would have extinguished the torch due to wind.
Yeah, that's probably quite fair, actually.
Especially considering it's something you kind of stuck two things together.
Damn
Literal
it, boss.
Minecraft crafting of a piece of string and a block of coal.
We use string? I was thinking we're just walking around with coal in our hands.
I mean, I think the only person who could potentially pull that off is Ash.
I will
Hey,
neither
Wolf.
confirm nor deny.
I mean, Wolf could for a time.
But
Also
yeah, like this is just an oily rag on a stick, basically.
The height of light technology.
Mm-hmm.
There's not even a coal on it. It's just fucking oil rag on a stick.
Oh god, I forgot how fast these things act.
Damn. Improved initiative, yo.
Using this drink for coffee.
Speaking of, coffee.
Oh yeah, initiative check, don't I?
I believe this might be very short if you'll just to run.
You could get hurt on the way.
I mean,
Ooh,
yeah, it's certainly a
Oh, good.
possibility.
Both terribly.
Oh, good. That initiative. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're all together.
Actually, mine needs to be 2 high. It needs to be 6 because I forgot I didn't turn off grappled from last time.
Well, it won't change anything.
They will. It means now I'm only 1 behind Ash.
Shim can't actually fucking see anyone, so he's just gonna ready action.
Ah, so he can't see us as we run past.
Well, you're far enough dim that he can't see you now. Unfortunately, walls do exist.
Yes.
The babies. Okay, how fast were you? Fairly. 5.
It does feel awkward on these larger maps when I can't see the enemy.
Oh right, I forgot I didn't remove these ones.
Haha, you're way over there.
Hello, friend.
Not friend. What? Wait. What? You said something. What'd you say?
Oh, more friends.
Now you're pointing.
Many
What are you?
friends.
Oh no, friend.
Many friends. Many friends.
There's only like 7 of them. It's not that much. Okay, Aaron.
He also went too
Cool.
far.
Theory.
Yeah, as your turn hits, roll my will save. You get a +4 to this.
Will save?
We have no fire anymore.
Well, you have taken a lot of precautions.
choose to use Silas's will save.
Let me go look up what that is.
Uh,
Silas has a +4.
He's only got a +4?
Yeah,
There we
he's
go.
a class which uses wisdom, but he doesn't have a high wisdom. If you get there,
Wow.
high, yeah.
Well, no,
you get what I mean.
that way his class doesn't use wisdom actually because he's
I mean-
doing the ego version, which is charisma.
Yeah,
based.
I meant it's a class of goodwill save is what I meant.
Hmm.
I said it weird.
Oh,
Yes,
Siri.
he's a charisma int boy. Yeah, you're
Wow.
good. No mental dominion over here.
So...
Aaron's going to do the first move here. After Rusty finishes that move, Aaron's going to take out a bomb, pull the pin, huck it at the mushroom.
Okay. Where did I keep this? I'll tell you now, it's not hard to hit the fucking gigantic thing on the wall, but thankfully.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have
Sadly,
a
it's not
15-foot
fire
splash?
damage.
No, I put for the DC.
Oh. Fair.
A 15-foot
Okay.
splash on a bomb would be quite bad.
I know you can get 10-foot for explosive.
That'd be quite awesome.
Give me a second. It's fire damage. Yeah, it's fire damage. As you throw the bomb at the fungus, as the fire touches it, it just instantly shrivels up.
Not quite what I was expecting, but works for me.
It's like when you have a little tiny piece of paper and you set fire to it and it just instantly becomes ash.
Rusty finishes his movement. No.
Okay. I will need you to move you over to a new map in a second, but that's fine.
Oh god, new map. We're having a multi-party map.
And I say new map, it's more like I need to move you like 10 tiles to the right.
Well, I mean, Ipos has nothing he can do at this range.
Enjoy the
Literally
raid?
nothing. Yeah, that's all he's done.
Oh, I need to make my will save actually.
Oh yeah.
You're not taking your penalty against Faye on this.
Do I get any bonuses?
Oh yeah, you get the +4.
Right. There was plugging holes.
You're fine.
20k. Yeah, I mean, I'm very limited in view now. I'm well out of range of anything I could even remotely do. And I don't have anything in the way of buffs, so... Fuck. Ready action, zapper hostile if it comes too close, I guess.
So we give you the red dot already. Prismality.
I'm actually going to move Ipos back up here just so I can see.
Over here. These things clearly look hostile at this point, so...
Yeah. While they're hostile, they don't look particularly well armed. They've got like rudimentary spears, a few of them have clubs.
Oh wait, I'm gonna shoot that shaman a couple of times. Fuck that guy.
Oh, actually, you move into his field of vision, his ready action happens. Prismality will get a pretty good view of the shaman waving its staff around, but it doesn't appear to actually be doing magic, at least from what Prismality has seen from a party of almost all casters. It looks almost familiar, as a blast of wind rockets itself towards Prismality. This is versus Nevermind.
Wow.
There's almost a very tiny explosion at Prismality's feet as rocks kind of go flying. Was that like a ball of air?
Huh.
Well,
Interesting.
why are you there? I
Who?
thought you were riding.
He's not
I
actually
am.
there.
I just
so you
moved
can
here
see.
so I have vision.
Okay.
Because otherwise, we'd be saying these things are happening and all anyone would be seeing is blackness.
True. What was it? Those were both against Shaman?
Yeah.
What's the range of a short bow? Or of a bow?
It's a composite longbow, so
Okay, never mind.
110.
Okay, you're probably good. That one, yeah, it will hit.
Considering height, it might just barely be in reach.
Yeah, I think it's fine. He's on the edge. That will hit.
Yeah, generally when calculating height, if it goes up 10 feet, it actually counts as 20 feet extra height. But you double height.
Just shooting upwards is hard.
Yeah, we can let Pythagoras roll in his grave.